We are all hustlers. Throughout the years, the definitions and implications of the meaning of the word hustle have morphed and evolved. So whether you understand it to be that dance move that you busted back in the 70s, that awful suicide you had to run after football or basketball practice, that hopefully fat paycheck that you're gonna go cash, or even just making it through the grind of the 8 to 5 work day, we're all hustling. I'm Jenna Parker, and I am team member of the legendary cohort of Epsilon, and assistant coach to Uprise Class 1 of 2017. This morning, I will do my very best to communicate with you as clearly, openly, honestly, and candidly as possible in order to create and articulate an illustration of what exactly my experience has been like in the fellowship thus far. It's my desire to paint a type of picture that would bring you along on the journey that I've been on this far in discovering and uncovering my own source of hustle. So like most things in life, I've discovered that hustle is never a one-size-fits-all type of a deal. So it's never the same from person to person, team to team, or especially from organization to organization. To criticize hustle in those around us is really to undermine the specific creativity, determination, grit, drive that's been given to other people by God. So rather than finding fault in hustle, we must learn to empower it. To affirm it in those around us, yes, absolutely, but even more importantly, to be able to identify it within ourselves. Upon acceptance into the fellowship program in March of 2016, I could have never predicted the amount of hustle it would take for me. Sorry. Just weeks before moving to here, to Denver, I experienced suffering and saw its face in a way that I never desired to. So the weeks and months to follow seemed as if life was really steamrolling me physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. But even amidst the heaviest, darkest days of my life, I was able to keep moving forward. I attribute this largely to the support of the Cross Purpose staff, but even more so, I attribute this to the support of my teammates. Epsilon, you guys were the blow-up swimmies for me when I got thrown into the deep end and couldn't tread water any longer. You all continue to affirm and encourage the hustle I could only hope to have because at the time life was just hitting too hard for it to even be believable. As a result of your dedication to me as your teammate and as your sister, I began to uncover my own source of hustle. I began to breathe again on my own and to learn how to survive. And even though the hustle that I found through the fellowship may not exactly be motivated by all of the monetary benefits that it brings, what I have found here is that it's yielded a safe space for me to be able to call out and to name and to identify the hustle that God has given to me and the courage that I didn't even know existed within myself. So, at the onset of being brought on as an assistant coach, I was tasked with the challenge of creating a curriculum that would serve our allies well. It was my goal at that time to develop a curriculum that would be reliable and replicable, but that would also leave space for people to be able to continue to innovate, to improve, and to meet the needs of the community based on strengths and weaknesses, and just demographics in general. I was tasked with that about 2 months ago, and that training has now been completed by 20 allies. Also, starting on January 23rd, I will officially begin my journey as assistant coach to Uprise Class 1 of 2017. I'm excited as a visionary and an idealist to walk rigorously in this rigorous journey alongside of leaders, coaches, staff, and allies to help them to be able to continue to pursue the dreams that God has imprinted on their hearts, encouraging and affirming the hustle that I see in them every single day. Also, under Taylor's expertise and guidance, I will be assuming responsibilities in the Department of Communications for the fellowship. This will include monitoring the success of our communication via Facebook and other forms of social media, as well as continuing to innovate and create new ways to communicate what exactly we're doing here to our neighbors and surrounding communities. I'm excited to use my drive and passion for the weight that words hold in order to communicate clear messages, but also to empower other people to use their words for their voices to be heard. So as I reflect on my time here thus far, it's quite possible that my first leg of this journey, known as the followership, didn't quite meet the expectations that I or even other people might have had for me. But what I'm beginning to realize is that maybe hustle isn't actually meant to be measured by the prosperity of our endeavors, but rather maybe the truth is that triumph of the hustle is actually found in the courage of our efforts, both great and small. As we dare to imagine a reality that reaches further for heaven today than it did yesterday.